Drake just learned the hard way that Kendrick Lamar is not the person you want to have beef with, because Kendrick just might be the pettiest rapper ever. As if winning not one, not two, but 5 Grammys for his Drake diss song, Not Like Us, wasn't. Embarrassing enough for Drake, Kendrick also performed the song at the Super Bowl. But that's not all. He also brought out Serena Williams to perform the dance while he tore into Drake during his performance. And let me tell you, he had everyone gagged. However, it looked like Drake was not here for Kendrick bringing his ex on stage because he crashed out big time and declared the beef open once again. So does this mean he's going to hit the studio and drop another diss track? And how on earth was Kendrick able to convince Serena to diss Drake? Let's break it down. Okay, so first of all, it probably wasn't very difficult for Kendrick to convince Serena to come on stage, because she hates Drake. Child, I wouldn't be surprised if she begged Kendrick to let her join him and do her thing. I mean, it's not the first time she danced to the song, because y'all remember the walk she did while presenting at the awards last year?
And if I've learned anything this year, it's that none of us, not a single one of us, not even me, should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Hey! He will make your hometown not like you. The next time Drake sits courtside at a Raptors game, they're gonna Forrest Gump him. Sight's taken.
Her presentation had nothing to do with Kendrick or Drake, but she still managed to sneak it in. Do y'all know that she really hates Drake? But what exactly happened between them to make her that mad? For those who don't know, Drake and Serena used to be an item back in the day. And after they broke up, Drake just couldn't get over himself. He made it his personal mission to humiliate her as badly as he could. This type of behavior isn't surprising for Drake because he has a disturbing history of crashing out whenever he gets turned down by a woman, and then spending years taking digs at them. We've seen him go after Rihanna for years, throwing not-so-subtle shade at her and her man, A$AP Rocky, for no reason, even though Rihanna hasn't paid him any mind since they broke up. You'd think he'd get the memo and leave her alone. But nope, he just keeps going. Drake's infatuation with women in the industry didn't stop at Rihanna either. Let's not forget that awkward situation with Halle Berry. For years, he made it clear that he was into her, openly expressing his admiration in interviews and on social media. But despite his persistence, Halle never gave him the time of day because she wasn't interested. But instead of taking the hint, Drake continued making questionable remarks about her, sometimes crossing the line into straight-up inappropriate territory. One of the cringiest moments came when she announced her pregnancy. And rather than just offering a simple congratulations, like a normal person, Drake saw it as yet another opportunity to make an unnecessary comment.
Seem to have a fixation with Halle Berry, but she's already
I do. I mean,
and
yeah. That was unfortunate, but
would you really have, like, let's say she wasn't.
Yeah.
Would you seriously consider
like being with her?
Yeah.
100%.
Drake didn't just stop at making random comments about Halle Berry. He actually name-dropped her in a couple of his songs, and not in a way that could be considered flattering. In fact, it came across as downright unsettling. One example was in his verse on Migos' Versace remix, where he rapped, "Take a famous girl out where there's no paparazzi. I'm trying to give Halle Berry a baby and no one can stop me." Now, if that doesn't scream creepy, I don't know what does. It wasn't playful, it wasn't charming, it was just weird. Halle had never shown any interest in him, yet here he was, publicly fantasizing about her in a way that made it seem like he had some kind of claim over her. Things took an even weirder turn when Drake decided to use a picture of Halle Berry as the cover art for his song Slime You Out, featuring SEA from his album For All the Dogs. Instead of choosing a generic image or something that actually fit the song's theme, he went with a throwback photo of Halle getting slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. What was weird about that drama was that he had asked Halle about using her picture before, and she said no. So it was weird AF that he used the picture anyway. But hey, typical Drake behavior, right? Well, to nobody's surprise, it turns out he did the same thing to Serena Williams, which is why she hates him so much. He seems to have a problem with women moving on, because not only has Serena moved on from him, but she's also married, with 2 kids. But what exactly did he do or say about Serena? Last year, Drake unexpectedly dropped a massive 100 gigabyte stash of content on a mysterious site called 100gigs.org. And how did he announce the surprise? Not through his official channels, but via his not-so-secret burner Instagram account, Plot Twist, which he had been quietly updating since late June. This wasn't just some random collection of files. This was a gold mine. The data dump included a treasure trove of unreleased tracks featuring artists like Young Thug, 21 Savage, and Latto. But that was just the beginning. Fans also got a rare glimpse into his creative process, with never-before-seen footage of Drake working on some of his most iconic albums, including Take Care, Views, and Certified Lover Boy. And if that wasn't enough, the collection featured behind-the-scenes moments with artists like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Rihanna, and Cameron, along with appearances from key figures in Drake's inner circle. Now, we may never know the real reason Drake decided to hit us with this massive content dump out of nowhere, but word on the street was that it was a strategic distraction from his increasingly messy feud with Kendrick Lamar. If that was the plan, though, yeah, it didn't exactly go as intended. The drama with Kendrick only got worse, and this so-called diversion barely made a dent in the conversation. But wait, there's more. As if the 100 gigabyte data drop wasn't chaotic enough, Drake also threw in a little extra tea for the fans. Buried in all that footage was a clip of him working on Too Good with Rihanna, casually revealing that the song wasn't actually about her, but about his other ex, Serena Williams. And to make things even funnier, he wasn't confessing this. To some industry insider or a close friend, he was just casually spilling all this to his mom, Sandra, like it was no big deal.
Up-and-coming relationships, everything's going to be very light, not going to get like heavily into things.
No, I get heavy on a couple drugs, but this is more about me and Serena, so I
gathered that.
But I wanted to make a song.
But you don't want it to be
well, it's funny because when I make songs about women, I also make songs for them, so I know what kind of song to make. If I'm gonna talk about them, I'll at least do them the justice of making them a song that they like.
Yeah.
Okay? So I know Serena very well, and I know that she'll hear it loud and clear, but she'll also not hate me for it because it's lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And she is seeing someone else.
I don't know, Mom.
A little backstory. Serena and Drake had the rumor mill buzzing all the way back in 2010 with whispers of a romance. But much like Rihanna, Serena never actually claimed him. She kept things cute and unconfirmed, while Drake, as usual, was out, here acting like a lovesick puppy. Fast forward to now, and Serena is happily married to Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian. They've built a beautiful life together with their 2 adorable daughters. Now, remember how I mentioned that Drake has a habit of flipping the script on women who reject him? Well, Serena wasn't an exception. For years, he was so over the top in his admiration for her that DQ magazine straight up called him Serena's most embarrassing groupie, and honestly, they weren't wrong. But the moment Serena made it official with Alexis, Drake's energy completely shifted. Instead of just moving on like a grown man, he decided to be petty. He took a jab at Alexis, calling him Serena's groupie, as if he hadn't spent years pining for her in the most embarrassing way possible. In his song Middle of the Ocean off his joint album with 21 Savage, Her Loss, Drake said, "Sidebar, Serena, your husband a groupie." He claimed we don't got a problem, but no boo, it is like you coming for sushi. Alexis clapped back in the classiest way possible. Yeah, Drake is salty AF over this, and who can blame him? Kendrick and Serena did him dirty. Fans commented, Kendrick bringing out Serena Williams to walk after Drake, stalked that woman publicly for years and obsessively threw shots at her for turning him down is so wow. That man is the definition of chaotic good. Okay, I lied. Serena Williams doing a walk on Drake's tomb was the best thing I've ever seen. Drake stalked Serena Williams for years. This is her retribution. This is her peace. But do you guys think Kendrick went too far by bringing Serena into this? Or was it the right move? Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.